Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading for August 11th to the 18th. I am Charlene Lazat. Whether you are new or whether you are returning, a massive thank you to you. Either way, I hope you click subscribe and become a part of our collective. All right, Pisces, let's dive into this week. Before we do so, I do need to give a huge shout out to Psychic Source. This is what the website looks like for sponsoring today's video. Psychic Source is an amazing website to support you with connecting with gifted psychic advisors to help you with life's enigmas. So whether you are experiencing some difficulties or challenges in your love, romance, your money situation, or you're seeking some clarity and some guidance, the psychics over at Psychic Source are there to help you out. I love the way the platform works because you can actually contact them in whatever way works best for you. Like I like to give them a call, you can text, you can also video call as well, and you can take a look and see at the different psychics, their profiles, and see which one is right for you. And Psychic Source has been kind enough to share with you all a amazing value, so you can get up to 40 minutes for your first call for just $19.80. That's about a $240 value. So that's an amazing opportunity if you are looking for some guidance, some clarity in your life, to give them a shout. The link is down here, okay? Let's get going with this reading here because something is a poppin', something is a going down. We got two knights here showing up. We've got the ace. Oof, oh. Okay, what is this? You know, it was really interesting. I'm going to tell you guys, as I'm shuffling the rest of the deck and getting the rest of the cards out on the table, when I was doing your reading, I had to redo it like 3 times. And every time I started the reading, it was like I couldn't get the words out. And I was like, clearly this is not their reading, because for me to be speechless is one thing, but for me to not find the words in respects to how to deliver a message for you is another. Okay? Am I the drama? Maybe sometimes. But when it comes to like being able to articulate what I'm seeing, that I can. And it was just like the energy was, that's the best way I can explain it. So let me dive into this because now I can see why we were experiencing this. And this is Raven. If you are new here, she is my baby. She's my familiar. Right? You're my pretty girl. We have, so a couple of things. Let me you might just want to sit down for this one, okay? When we do a reading, when you come here to or get a reading with me, I pull 7 cards, one for each day of the week, and then I weave together the message to help you understand how to navigate the week coming up. In tarot, there's something called bookends, and the bookends are the first card and the last card, and they kind of, like bookends, hold together the reading, and they guide you, like the 2 pillars and the high priestess, into the direction in which you're meant to go in. And they help to become a compass almost as you navigate this journey and of life and throughout, you know, if it's a weekly reading, a monthly reading, etc. You have the Ace of Cups beginning your reading and the Ace of Pentacles ending your reading. This is the beginning of something beautiful. There's the but. And I didn't plan on crying, but it looks like we're going there based off of me trying to fight back these tears. This is, if you treat this right, this opportunity. For some of you, it's with respect to your career, because we got pentacles and we got money. For others, it's your emotions. And for others, it's your emotions connected to your career, your feelings connected to your career. You know, we have the Jupiter-Venus conjunction happening on the 11th and the 12th. There's a video up on the channel for you to go watch about that. But more than that, this is about you pursuing something here and realizing that the pursuit of this means breaking down barriers, traumas, wounds, pain. This is like so chironic in nature, Chiron, the wounded healer, and under a deep understanding that this wound that you have, because you can't, a lot of people, oh my God, why did my makeup? A lot of people think that Chiron, like you can heal your Chiron. You don't heal your Chiron. You live with your Chiron. You learn to integrate your Chiron. You learn to navigate life with this scar, the wound, the pain. And to a certain degree, you learn how to alchemize that pain. But what happens sometimes when we experience deep trauma, deep suffering, and obstacles and challenges is that the pain becomes so much, or the trauma becomes so substantial, that it doesn't allow you to feel safe anymore to move forward. And so because we're creatures of habit, we end up just repeating the same patterns over and over again. And this is death. It's the end. A signal from source that there has to be an ending for there to be a new beginning. And ironically, or not, because you know the universe is always working how it's working. If you are a Pisces rising, then you would have Aquarius in your 12th house, and we just had a full moon in Aquarius. So Saturn here, the discipline, the structure, the sacrifice. Well, it feels hard in life. Some of you may have Saturn in your 12th house as well. But Saturn doesn't want to punish you. Saturn wants to bless you. Saturn also wants you to realize that some things require a lot of work. A lot of work. And sometimes that work can feel so heavy and so challenging because we don't want to face our own demons that we tend to avoid the work. But in avoiding the work, we end up missing out or not aligning with our manifestations, right? It's like we almost have to do the work to align with our manifestations. Almost. No, you have to. And then we have perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. And so it's like, where are you holding on to the pain, the suffering, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, the stress, the insecurity, that I'm not good enough? Like, where are you holding on to all of that stuff? Because we have the Knight of Wands, the Devil. So it's like, there's a part of you that's, oh, you guys, I don't want to cry, bro. Man, I've been crying so much lately. The energy. Okay. I was just, oh my God. The Knight of Wands wants fast, passionate, actionable energy. And sometimes the Knight of Wands doesn't pay attention to the small stuff because he's so focused on like going after what he wants. And beside the Devil, it's like wanting to fulfill its fantasies, but also if you notice the way the cards were, I realize Raven is here. The Knight is running away from the Devil. The Knight's trying to escape the Devil's grasp. So there's two ways that I'm going to read this. One is, are you purely chasing something because of its hedonistic value or the chemistry that's there, right? The addictive quality of like, I need, or like the codependent quality. Or two, are you running away from your problems without actually facing them? And then we add another layer, which is the Ten of Wands, where the Devil's energy, you know, has become a burden for you, and now you're realizing you gotta let that burden go. Yeah, I didn't realize we were gonna go in that deep today, you guys. Like, I was not mentally prepared for this. Here's what I'll say to you. If I was your friend and I was getting this spread for you, I would ask you, what fuels you? What drives you? What gives you life force? What makes you feel alive again? And I say that because the Ace of Cups is here. Okay, so what makes you feel alive? It gets all your senses going, because the streams are senses. It's the emotions, right? When we feel happy, we feel in every aspect of our body. When we feel joy, pleasure, ease, etc., right? Touch, smells. So touch, smell, hear, taste, see, right? So my question to you is, where are these things holding you back from being able to start something new? Or go after your dreams, your passions, what brings you happiness, what brings you fulfillment. Like Raven, she just went after what she wanted. She bit my finger, but in a loving, gentle way, because you mean baby. And let me add another layer to this, the Seven of Swords. And then let me add another layer to this, the Knight of Cups. This could be interpreted in a few ways. One, where do you, out of your fear, of failure, fear of isolation, your codependencies, your traumas, your chains that bind you, right? Are you unwilling to put the wands down? In both of these cards, there's a sense of heaviness because they're both holding on so tightly. Thoughts and burdens, thoughts and burdens, thoughts and burdens. When you could be looking at the opportunity that is in front of you. It's a night. It hasn't fully developed yet. It's in its inception, right? It's a little bit past a page. It's in the night world, the Knight of Cups. Where are you holding yourself back? Where are you creating illusions and fears and stories that need to be purged? Because you have Vulcan as your amulet from StarSea Jewels. Vulcan is a garnet, red tiger eye, and black tourmaline, and it is an amulet connected to Mount Vesuvius. And I'm going to share with you about Mount Vesuvius. It's the volcano that's responsible for the destruction of Pompeii. One of the most beautiful stories about Mount Vesuvius is that they originally began excavation near Mount Vesuvius because the earth was so dense in nutrients. So it was like optimal for farming, optimal for growth. And it was through this journey of tilling the land to work together with the land to, create, right, plant seeds, etc., that they were able to discover Pompeii and find the ruins of Pompeii. Sometimes you have to allow for everything to explode in your life and release the pain, the suffering, the challenges. Oh, you guys really just got me all sorts of emotional today, eh? Where do you guys need to release that stuff so that you can open up the floodgates to a more fertile land that you can then plant the seeds towards your future? Sorry. That's what I would say too, because guess what's... Barf. Guess what's at the bottom? So at the bottom of the deck, first, let me just tell you that I was going to tell you it was the King of Pentacles. So we got that stability. There's the evolution, right? And like I was explaining to you, the Pompeii, the fruitfulness, right? This is, look at him. He's got his vines, his nice house. He's living La Vida Loca. This guy's legit. He's grounded. He's stable. He's financially secure. He's pragmatic. He might be even a little bit stoic. I like this guy. And then under him was the Ten of Pentacles. So that life that he's been wanting to foster for himself, for his legacy, for his family, for his future, has conjured into reality. But wait, there's more. His partner. So whether this is actual romance or whether this is you understanding the masculine and the feminine aspects required within yourself to cultivate the right balance to result in the Ten of Pentacles, the story is going to be a little bit different for all of you, but ultimately this is creating that legacy and bringing it into reality, Pisces. Maybe some of you are learning your astrology prosperity keys. Maybe some of you have been watching my manifesting money videos. Maybe some of you have been ready to really work on your nervous system here to welcome in and make yourself a vessel for alignment and receiving. A lot of this stuff, when we struggle, it's because we don't feel safe receiving. Oh gosh, you guys really were just like, sure, you thought you were gonna cry today. Not on my watch. Let's dive into your love reading now, okay? The Moon. And in this deck, the Moon isn't bad. The Nine of Cups. I'm gonna vomit. The Moon, the Nine of Cups, and the Sun. Anyways. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, where are your illusions, your fears blocking your dreams from coming into reality? The Nine of Cups and Justice. Where does balance need to be restored in your life? Where are you unwilling to see the happiness, the joy? And the Sun and the Eight of Cups. Where are you rejecting? Because you're afraid. Strength. Five of Wands is reversed, dude. Right? Like you're trying to fight something off here, and Venus down here showing up. Maybe for some of you, this is just like a hard thing to accept because you've been in survival mode for so long. Earth, learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Anyways, my guys, I'm glad we all cried together during that one, didn't we? If you want to work together with Psychic Source, work together with me in any capacity, sign up to my mailing list, all that stuff, it's down in the description box below. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, your subscribes. I'm going to pop your quarterly reading here to help you navigate the next few months, and we will see you later, alligator. Peace out. Bye.